Hello everyone, and welcome back to our weekly series of Is the Shrine Worth It? The series where we have a look at the perks and the Shrine of Secrets and see if they're really worth your 2,000 iridescent shards each. This week we have perks from the Doctor, the Pig, Quentin, and Gabriel Soma. Those perks are Overcharge, Make Your Choice, Pharmacy, and Scavenger. Let's have a look at the Survivor perks first. Our first perk is Pharmacy. You have a knack for finding medicine. Unlocking chests is 100% faster. The hearing distance for noises from unlocking chests is reduced by 16 meters. Pharmacy guarantees an emergency medkit upon completing this interaction. This is what it looks like in game. I can see a world where this is actually pretty good in a solo queue build. However, just bring a medkit, that's kind of way stronger anyway. Whether this perk is good or bad, it is from a licensed survivor, one that we don't see that often actually. Quentin hasn't got many perks that have come into the Shrine as of recent. So, 100% I would say this is worth picking up, as the only other way you're going to be getting it is if you're going to spend real money on unlocking Quentin. Our next survivor perk is Scavenger. While holding an empty toolbox, Scavenger activates. Succeeding a great skill check while repairing gains 1 token, up to 5 tokens. When you reach maximum tokens, you lose all of your tokens and automatically recharge your toolbox to full. Then, your generator repair speed is reduced by 50% for 30 seconds. This perk grants the ability to rummage through an open chest once per trial and guarantee you 1 toolbox. This is what it looks like in game. This perk is so hard to activate unless you're already running a gen build where you're guaranteeing yourself some great skill checks. It's really hard to get this perk online. I can however see that it would slot really well into one of those gen builds. This is a non-licensed perk, but it is from a relatively recent survivor, so buying just this perk is kind of worth it. So I'm going to leave this one up to you for the first time. It's kind of 50-50. If you run gen builds, I would say pick this up. If you don't, leave it alone because the character will get cheaper and then you can buy the character and get all 3 of his perks later on down the line. Let's move on to the killer perks. Our first killer perk is Make Your Choice. When a survivor rescues another from a hook at least 32 meters away from you, Make Your Choice causes the survivor to scream and applies the exposed status effect to them for 60 seconds. Make Your Choice has a cooldown of 60 seconds. This is what it looks like in game. This perk is pretty meta and is actually really strong, especially if you want to have constant pressure applied to all the survivors. This perk slots really well into pretty much any build, and it is a licensed perk. So 100%, whether you like it or not, it is definitely worth picking up, as the only way you're going to be getting this perk is by spending real money and buying the pig. Our fourth and final perk is Overcharge. Overcharge a generator by performing the damage generator action. The next survivor interacting with that generator is faced with a difficult skill check. Failing the skill check will result in an additional 4% loss of progress. Succeeding the skill check will grant no progress but prevents the generator from exploding. After overcharge is applied to a generator, its regression speed is increased from 85% to 130%. This lasts for 30 seconds. This is what the perk looks like in game. As you can see, from the survivor's point of view, this is a super annoying perk to have to deal with. From the killer's point of view, it doesn't look like it impacts that much, but trust me, it really does. This perk isn't super strong, but it's also not super weak, so it can just go into a build, but you don't have to necessarily put it in because it's not super meta. This perk is not from a licensed killer, so I really wouldn't recommend picking it up. It's also from a pretty old killer, so I would recommend, if you really want to get his perks, get him as a character, you get a whole nother character to play with, and you also get this perk and 2 others. So to recap, this week 2 perks that you're definitely going to want to pick up if you can are Make Your Choice and Pharmacy. That's because both of these perks are licensed. We have a bit of an awkward choice with Scavenger, as it's from a relatively new survivor, but if you wait long enough it will go down in price and you can just purchase the whole survivor instead. And the final perk that we don't really want to go near is Overcharge. That's because Doctor is an old character and you just stay well away from anything in the shrine from them. Thank you for watching the video. Hopefully next week is an even better shrine. See you then, bye!